Election day. Good morning, my warriors. Good morning. Good morning. I have been up late watching the TV. I have been like you, whether you're on the right or the left. I know that I lean right. I'm in my right mind, but a little bit socially left. I know I talk about those things. I know I talk about a lot of things in these mornings, and it's nice to see that the viewership is growing. And we're just trying to have some fun in this country, this world that we live in, wired differently. My name is Todd Saylor, and I am on my pursuit to be America's coach. And I want to talk to you today about, the elephant in the room. We want to stay on the course of what we were talking about this week, which is let's get real America. Let's get real America. And I went off on my strong political stances on border, crime, children teaching, lifestyles, energy, cost of living. I went off yesterday. It wasn't a Thursday. I didn't pop off on Thursday. Because Thursday is not here yet. And I will pop off on Thursday. I have an idea what I'm going to pop off on Thursday. But I kind of feel like y'all expecting me to pop off every day. And so, I want to curtail and stay within the confinements and the constraints of the outline I've put together this week. So I really want to go back to let's get real America. We drip differently. We're wired differently. And last night was every indication that this world, this country, this planet, our existence must prescribe to my coaching. You all need my coaching. I don't care which side you're on. Come on, look at what's going on. Everybody woke up this morning pissed off. I mean, the right's not happy. The left's not happy. The middle's not happy. It's kind of like, if we're all unhappy, then it's working in America. That's kind of how I feel. I mean, I'm laughing at it because I really think we need to start off with gratitude. Let me just tell you let me show you a picture last night of how I was dealing with my wife. Caught me in action last night, out smoking a cigar, and if you can see, there is the proverbial apple juice I was having at midnight on the balcony of my house, and I had my Republican red tank top on, and I was having a Monte Cristo. And I was working. I'm like I could do anything last night. Like I could do anything about anything last night. I was at the mercy of the polls, the world, everything that was going on last night. So I just want to encourage you that, I was working for you last night, America. Now, the blue shorts and the red shirt is every indication of how I feel and love America. But I wanted to let you know I was grinding with you Democrats last night. I was grinding with you Republicans last night. I was grinding with you people just wanting peace in the world last night. I was grinding with the environmentalists, the wokey dokies. I was in the righty tighties. I was grinding with everybody last night. You just have to understand that the world is cray cray, right? The world is cray cray. And I want to get this picture off here. I don't know how to do it. I'm stuck. Let's see here. Boom. Back. Now I'm back in live action. But listen, so I was grinding last like everybody else. And I have a place I want to go with you this morning. We've been talking about let's get real America. I think my name is Todd Saylor. And I'm in my pursuit to be America's coach. And I got to tell you, America needs me. America needs a coach. America needs somebody to see straight and to talk to you about the real truth. Get real America. The first day of this week, Monday, we talked about relationships. The acrostic that we're talking on, and I'm going to get back to the election here quite quickly here, but I want you to understand, we were talking about let's get real America, and real stands for relationships. It stands for equipping. It stands for attitude, and it stands for leadership. And we're on the letter A right now. We talked about relationships, but we can't ignore the elephant in the room. We can't ignore that we feel a certain way right now in America. In our relationships are, I would like to say that I don't see red or blue color, but I do. I'd like to say that, I don't um, have scary feelings about America at any given time about where our leadership is going. But I think we have to realize that, is what how you feel right now, or how you felt before the election. The other side feels exactly the same way about you. And we know it's a very defined split. There's not even 10% in the middle that's able to look at things objectively. I am clearly dyed in red, as you could see in the image last night. My shirt and my nightwear and the cigar and the cup and everything, and the other 45% or so are completely dipped in blue. And we don't really pay attention to really what's going on. We just want our side to be right. And I think that's America, right? America hates to lose. I mean, that's the one common denominator. One common denominator. America hates to lose. So if you're on the right, you hate to lose to the left, and if you're on the left, you hate to lose to the right. I don't even think that it's as much as that we dislike the other side as much as we, I think about it. It's like, I just hate losing. I despise pouring all my money and my efforts and my energy into something, and then it comes up a goose egg, right? It's a horrible feeling. And so you got to understand that I'm still riding on the blue wave. Now, let me tell you what the blue wave is before you people get excited or get upset. What'd you do? Switch sides? No, I didn't switch sides. I'm just for America. But I want you to understand that the Detroit Lions won Sunday. And I haven't brought it up at all. I'm going deep. I'm going deep into my feel-good chest right now, because my chest it's a little pressurized right now with the way things are going in the Senate and the Congress, in this political world that we live in. And I want to get to the letter A for Get Real America. I am Todd Saylor, and I do want to be your coach, and I do want to motivate you. And even if you're not in the political side that I'm on, I can help you. I can help you understand. I can thread that needle a little bit, but I want you to understand that the fact that the Lions won on Sunday proves that there is hope in America. There's hope. There's hope. There's still hope in this election. There's still hope, right? And I want to just hearken on my Detroit Lions. I really want to pull on them, because whether you're right or left and you're going through this, I think that the most important message we can give to America is the letter A. And the letter A stands for attitude. Attitude, attitude, attitude. And as frustrated as I am right now, I feel like I woke up this morning. Matter of fact, I went to bed late. I woke up this morning and I actually had a fun texting banter with Sebastian Gorka, amazing man, last night. And where's America going? I think that right now, attitude is the most important thing I can talk to you about, because even though America, from a Republican perspective, has won big, I think we've won big. I think the fact that we won at all is big. I think that the country is definitely moving in a direction that we have no real control of at the border. And I feel like the administration that's running it has no real control of themselves. And, football is a game of inches, and politics is a game of inches, and attitude is required in all the wins and losses. And I think both sides woke up this morning and felt poopy. I just don't think anybody, I mean, how can you feel good if you're the left And you have to say something like, well, we didn't lose as bad as we thought we would lose. Man, I feel for you. I mean, I know you're good people. I know most of you are rational minded people and you want to win, and you've poured as much effort into your side as I've poured into my side or others. But you got to wake up and you got to say, well, we didn't lose the Super Bowl by too much. We almost had it. And then the right wakes up and they say, well, man, this is scary because we really should have blown this thing out of the water. I mean, the inflation's never been worse. Gas has never been higher. The approval rating of the president has rarely been, if ever, lower. Um, the border is truly chaotic. Um, it- you know, it's just a bad state of affair from the economic perspective of America. And we didn't win by a resounding knockout. I mean, how does that happen? How do we not knock them out? Doesn't everybody want the economy to get better? Doesn't everybody want the gas to go lower? Doesn't everybody want America to be safe, not ridden from crime? Don't we really want all that? How can a Democrat tell you that they're not care? They don't care about crime. How can they tell you they don't care about the border and the drugs coming in? How can they tell you about the fact that they don't really care about human trafficking? How can they? I think they do. But the left woke up this morning and said, we didn't lose by as much. And the right woke up and says, we didn't win by enough. Like we're both pissed off. And maybe that's the answer. Maybe if all of us are miserable, then we can all get along. And I'm at that point where I'm willing to take the risk if they don't get what they want and we don't get what we want, and we just kind of settle in the greatest country of America, both being pissed off at each other, just wondering how we're going to get through the day and why I'm going to pop off on a Wednesday. I don't know. Chad told me only pop off on Thursdays. Sorry, Chad. It's Wednesday and I'm popping off. And I'm going to talk to you all about attitude. But I got to get my attitude right. And I got to help you get your attitude right. Because leadership is about attitude, right? And we got to get real. We got to get real. So you Republicans out there, which I am one of them, you need to wake up feeling good this morning. Instead of being pissed off or being attitudinally dysfunctional because we didn't sweep the Congress, and it looks like, I'll be honest with you, I think the Senate is what's that term? FUBAR? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why Georgia can elect the governor resoundingly the way they did, and they can't get it straight on the Senate race. I don't know what's wrong. I met Herschel Walker. I spent time with Herschel Walker. It's a phenomenal man. I don't know why Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and all that. I don't know why they're voting on one policy in these places, and that's the way it is, and that's what America is. It's a free country. So I guess I want to talk to you, and I want to go back to this situation where how are we going to react as human beings? How are we going to work through this, right? How are we going? Because here's what's going on, America. The stock market is going to start to move a little north if the Congress holds on by some 20-some seats. If they're going to feel like the economic situation can't get as bad or can't really get any worse because none of the bills can get put in front of the president or the Senate to really get voted on. We're going to slow that economic bleed down, which I think America all wants. I mean, they voted for it, right? But what they can't decide is what they want to do in the Senate. They want this balance, if you will, which a balance in the Senate right now will leave the Democrats in control by one vote. The Republicans need a Hail Mary. They need to pick up, let me see, I got it wrote down here. They need to pick up Alaska, which is, I think, 2 Republicans running in that state. That's one. Wisconsin, they need to pick up Wisconsin, which looks probable. Nevada looks very good. And then they need to pick up Georgia, which that would give us 51. If my math is right, I've looked at 100 different things. I'm trying to calculate if Alaska was counted in, but if I bang out the votes here, that's how it has to happen. And it doesn't look likely. Which means that the Senate can't ratify, or they can't agree to approve anything resoundingly that the Congress would send to them, which actually means that anything that the Congress sends to them has to be middle driven. And I guess that's where we need to figure some things out. Because we've got 2 people in the Senate, they're independents, that caucus with the Dems. But we also have West Virginia, Manchin, who seems to be reasonably minded in a red state as a blue Senate. It just seems to think that maybe America, maybe. Now, we know that less than 35% of America likes this president. That's a whole nother situation, because he's going to stop any vote that would get to him that had anything to do with oil. He made that clear yesterday. No more drilling, no more coal mines. He's done. He's out. He's checking out. That's not his problem. So I want to challenge you with your attitude this morning. I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you with attitude. Let's get real, America. We need to drip consistently and successfully in our relationships. We need to drip consistently and successionally, right? In our equipping of other people, R&E. And last, right now for today, I want to talk about attitude. I really have my own gut check right here. And leaders lead. My speaking mentor, Del Toro McNeil, a great man. He's just a terrific individual. He travels all over. And if you're out there, Del, hello, you're just killing it. We went through a lot of things. And one day, he just looked at me and he says, you know what? Speakers speak. And that was this whole point about the reps and being consistent and about talking and fine-tuning your craft. And that's really what Wired Differently is about, and how to do that. And he said, speakers speak. Every day you got to speak. Every day you got to speak. Every day you got to write content. Every day you got to speak. If you want to be a speaker, Todd, you have to speak. Right? And if you want to be a political pundit, you have to be a political pundit. If you want to be the best in your craft in the world, you have to do it. Right? And so what I'm trying to say is, right now, we're going to talk about attitude in this country, but we're going to talk about you. We're going to talk. That's the only thing that can change in this world that you have any control of. Leaders lead. And leaders lead most convincingly when the chips are not going the way they want them to go, right? And that's why I want to put myself in this attitudinal message with you today, because let's get real, America. Let's take this test, America. Let's both be pissed off together, America, right? Because maybe we can fight this thing together if we're just not getting along just enough to point this country in the right direction. Attitudinal disorder is something I talk about in both of my books, and I'm going to be writing about it precisely in my third book, Your Will Be Done. I'm Todd Saylor, and I'm on my pursuit to be America's coach. And I want to be your coach. Go to toddsaylor.com, toddsaylor.com. Click coaching, click inquire and let's talk. I don't care. We'll talk 15 minutes. I'm not going to charge you a penny. I just want to talk to you. I want to help you. I want to move you in the right direction. That's toddsaylor.com. But I want to talk to you today most precisely about the way you're feeling. I know if you're a Republican and you're like me, you're feeling like we didn't win by enough. This country is in a lot of trouble. If you can't convincingly win with gas prices, the economy, the inflation, you can't win with the chaos and the cocktail at the border, and you can't win with people running around, banging people over the heads and falling into subways because someone just mysteriously pushed you and ran off. I mean, come on. If you can't win, if you can't kick some major ass in this environment, I've got concerns. I got real concerns. But I think maybe it's not the way we see it. Exactly. Maybe it's not the way they see it. Exactly. And maybe if we put on our leadership, speakers speak, leaders lead. Speakers speak, lead. Thank you, Dell. Leaders lead. And right now is the time for you to lead. If you're right or left, especially if you're right. I think you need to look at things a little differently right now. There isn't spilt milk. There isn't a problem here. America is doing what America was designed to do. Oh, yeah, there's a problem because someone's not agreeing with you. That's a problem. That's always going to be a problem. And we tend to look at the left as saying that that's their biggest problem is because they only look at the way they want to see things, right? And if you don't say the things they want you to say, then it's misinformation. I get it. It's hypocritical. It's a mess, right? But I think we even do a little bit of the same. We look over there and we say, hey, what is wrong with you? So here's your gut check this morning. Here's what we're going to talk about is attitude. I think this is beautiful. I think we're both pissed off and we don't know where to go. And we're going to have to just keep doing this. Iron sharpens iron. Come on, baby. Fourth quarter. Come on, baby. I want to coach you to victory. Sorry, Chad. It's not Thursday, but it is an American day, and attitude matters. I want you to have the right attitude. I want you to have the attitude of success on your mind. Because you see, here's the thing, and here's why I'm just building this up for you. We're both pissed. Here's what, because I want to talk to you personally about your own life, your own challenges, and how you're going to handle things that aren't going your way, because this is going to pass. Look, your taxes aren't going up tomorrow, right? Your gas prices aren't going to go up that much tomorrow. The inflation can't get much higher tomorrow. Right? The sun's going to come out. I'm looking at the beautiful ocean right now. Oh, you know what? I'm looking at the sprinklers going off in my beautiful Soysha yard, and I'm looking at the water and the sky, and there's some coconuts hanging off of my tree. Oh, why are you so pissed off, Todd? Because I didn't get what I wanted, right? Well, this is why we need attitude. The guy that won the lottery this morning, the billionaire from I don't know where, he doesn't need a damn thing when it comes to attitude. I feel sorry for him. All of us right now in America that are right there. Man, this is a test for attitude. This is a test in your zeal. This is a test on how you're going to get up in the morning for the next few days and a couple weeks and whatever it takes. This is a test how you're going to handle your neighbors, your friends. I got to deal with Tom Armstrong, who I know is not listening to this, but he's my Democratic friend. I love him so much. But he's not happy. I'm not happy, right? So we're both right here. Now, what are we going to do with our attitude? Because leaders lead, speakers speak, and attitude is only inherent when things aren't really going your way. I mean, if they're not going your way, you need attitude. So I'm flipping the script here a little bit because I'm disappointed in myself. I woke up this morning at 4:30, going right to the iPhone and like, oh, geez, what am I going to talk about now? It's a good thing because I don't want to rub people's noses in thing. I'm never, I scored a lot of touchdowns in college football. I played small college football, and I never spiked the football. I would just hand it to the referee. I was just never that gloat and dote kind of guy. Now inside, I was ready to kick some ass and take some names. I mean, I wanted to sweep the Senate. I wanted to sweep the Congress. I want Biden on his heels, man. But maybe that's not really what's best for the country. I think it's a game of inches. The best wins are the close wins, right? The best win was like there was no time left, and David Berg kind of rolled out on the right side, and I kind of did a fake chop block, and I came up as a tight end, and he popped the ball over two defenders, and I caught the touchdown with no time left on the clock. I mean, that was a sketchy win. I mean, it was like seconds and moments. I remember it to this day. And we were grinding the whole game, right? And it wasn't a resounding win. It could have went either way. That play could have dropped. Anything could have happened. I'm just looking for the good in this, right? And I don't think you have any choice. And that's what I'm trying to share with you, right? There's some good in this. Iron sharpened iron. I mean, come on, there's some good in this because we both need attitude. Both sides need attitude right now. And we need to carry it into our day. We need to carry it into our family. We need to carry it into our businesses. We need to train our prefrontal cortex to drop things into our subconscious that's positive and starts with gratitude. Whew, look at that. Right? My daughter was just diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. That was a horrible feeling. I don't care who's president as long as my daughter's healthy. Yeah, I'm going to go out there. If I knew that voting for Joe Biden would save my daughter's life, I would vote for him 100 times. You see, things don't matter the way we think they matter. Kara's doing great. She's got her arm thing, and she's learning how to eat, and she's happy, and things are great. If I could change the cancer, and no one got cancer, especially, obviously the people I'm dealing with around Heather and Carol. If Carol and Heather, I would vote for Joe Biden. If that meant that you would never have cancer again, nobody would have to deal with that, I would do it because that's just the way things are. That's the way we look at things. I mean, we got to put it all in perspective. Maybe this is what we need, America. Maybe I need to coach you up right now. Both sides, get some attitude on. Todd, get your attitude on. Quit preaching and teaching and start delivering, right? You have to do these things. If you're not going to do them, how can you expect other people to do? So I'm doing it. ToddSaylor.com. Click coaching. Click inquire. Book a time with me. I don't care if you're a Democrat, a liberal, a conservative, a righty-tighty, a lefty-loosey. I don't care. I want you to prosper. I want your attitude. Today is Attitude Wednesday. I don't want you to win the lottery. I want you to work for your happiness. I want you to deliver joy in your life through your efforts and rewards. I want us to stay like this in a positive, attitudinal fashion. Listen, my friends, I want to close this morning, and I want to tell you that, yeah, I woke up a little dejected in some regards. But then I realized that both sides are dejected. One side said we didn't win by enough, and the other side said they didn't beat us by that much. Neither side is happy unless you live in Florida. And if all you're looking at is Florida, woo, Florida, come on now, some Florida. Listen, I think things are working out the way they're supposed to. I think this country has designed a masterful congressional process, right? I think the way that this country is laid out is masterful, and I think it's divine. And I think we're a wired differently country for it. And I don't think either side is ever going to be happy. So let's work on our attitude together, right? Let's work on our attitude together. Let's get real, America. This is Todd Saylor in my pursuit to be America's coach. And yes, Monday we worked on our relationships, and Tuesday we worked on equipping, and today we're working on our damn attitude. I got some attitude for you, and I'm going to push through with gratitude because my attitude is driven by my gratitude, and I want to get better. And I will not end in my pursuit to get better if not only 1% a day. 14 minutes and 24 seconds every day focused on something with burning desire, right? With extreme focus and empathy. So let's get her done, America. Let's get your attitude straight. Let's vote, America. Let's look how we can make our attitude the thing that we focus on in our times of distraught and despair and make our day even better. Attitude, attitude, attitude. Speakers speak. Leaders lead. And attitude begets attitude. Attitude begets attitude. Let's get it done.